What's up, everybody? So today I actually want to talk to y'all about a topic, and that topic is something that a lot of people go through on the daily. They go through this throughout life, especially if you've been with somebody for a long time. People feel like if you've been in a relationship for a very long time with somebody, all the time, energy, and effort that you put into it, you must maintain that because, you know, this is what you know for such a long time. And ultimately, I don't think you have to stick it out, do anything. If shit ain't working, then feel free to call it quits. And that's just my personal perspective. But when is enough? That's what we should be asking ourselves. When is enough really enough? When should you break up with a person? When do you draw the line? Do you keep on holding on to stuff because y'all seen so many ups and downs together, or do you put the line in the sand? So you know what, this ain't working no more. I'm done with this. I've been in that predicament, and I've cut off a lot of women. I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I ain't give you no more of my years, man. I'm gonna try to do my best, and this ain't working. But I'm not here to rant on about what I've been through and everything in my life. What I'm doing right now, I'm actually going to talk about this post right here, what this woman has posted, because she is stressed out dealing with her boyfriend and everything, and they both are the problem. You know, I read a little bit of it, but I feel like both of them are the problem, but she feel like they're in a toxic relationship, so I figure, like, why not just break this shit down real quick for y'all. So it says, boyfriend says he's sorry, but I can't keep doing this. Anytime somebody tell you that they are sorry and they don't want to keep doing this, doesn't mean that they tired of your ass, man. Whatever y'all got going on is too much for them, it's overwhelming, and they like basically fucking done. They don't want to keep arguing. In case y'all wondering why I keep looking down, I got this dog right here. He keep getting in my damn way. Here you go, little fucker won't go away, but whatever, man. If this will calm him down, then cool. But long story short, if it says the boyfriend says he's sorry, but I can't keep doing this, and the dude is ready to call it quits and everything, and she like, you know what, fuck it. Alright, it says, my boyfriend 33 and I 29 have been dating for technically a year, but we broke up for a few months because our relationship has gotten very toxic. I'll keep it brief, but he took his work stress out on me, criticized me constantly, called me selfish for bringing up my feelings, and it got to the point where I dread coming over to his place. Man, so if you're dating somebody and you feel like they're stressing you out, ultimately you might want to stop talking to them, because you shouldn't feel like you have to be nervous being in their presence and feel like you're getting belittled to fuck with them. I do know some men that's been dating women and stuff, and the women treat them like dirt, but yet they sit there and suck it up and they tolerate it because they feel like they can't do any better and the woman hasn't done that bad. Me, look, I'll try to be honest with a woman, let them know, like, look, you can't talk to me this kind of way. I'm not going to allow you to disrespect me. I'm not going to allow you to neglect me. If we got something going and you ain't going to sit there and treat me right, then I'm just going to walk. That's just how I am when it comes to this shit. And then, let's continue on. It says, he never commuted to mine. That was too much to ask of him. Look, if I got to travel to the booty, I'm going to travel to the booty. I mean, this dude said, you know, she said that she had to travel to this dude's location because he never came to her location. Look, if you really like a chick and you trying to get some, you would come that way. But dude saying that he ain't never come out his way to come visit this girl or something, I think that's kind of selfish and it's kind of lazy. Look, if booty's out there and they willing to give it, then go get it, whatever means necessary. So let's continue on. It says, because I was scared what version of him I get. Yes, I tried talking to him about it to no avail. I ended up apologizing for being so selfish as to bring up my feelings. It took particularly a bad outburst in June for me to realize it would never change, so I ended it. Look, if you feel like you need to break up with somebody because shit ain't working, then just fuck it, man. Go ahead and call it quits. Why hold on to some shit that ain't working? Me, I'm not holding on to nothing. Look, if I don't envision, a future with the two of us, then there's no point of us being together. We might as well just break up. And that's how I typically when it comes to like dating women, things like that. It says, he put in a lot of work to get me back. He promised he was committed to creating a healthy, equal relationship. While there was definitely been progress, there has also been new issues. He's very insecure and gets offended when I ask for nights to myself or with my family. I mean, there's nothing wrong with you being by yourself and hanging out by yourself. The only time I get offended about when it comes to a woman asking to be by herself is if she's not by herself. But she's saying like, you know what? I just want to hang out with my guy friends. I want to hang out with my hood rat friends that do hood rat shit, and it might drag me down a dark path. Then I'm going to be offended or insecure about it because I feel like their negativity is going to corrupt you and fuck up what we got going on. What they say, you only good as the crowd you keep. So if you're hanging out with a bunch of single chicks, you're going to be doing some single shit. So I don't want the girl I'm fucking with to be hanging out with a bunch of bad people, bad influences. So I could get that, but he said don't even hang out with your family. Unless the family is a big problem, then, then don't hang out with them. But she's saying, she never really specified that, so can't say that. It says, he's weird about my family and tries to tell me I have a toxic relationship with them. Plus, when he drinks too much, he becomes mean. He critiques my performance in bed, accused me of not loving him enough, etc. In the morning, he apologized, but I found myself defaulting to feeling of fear and anxiety around him, like the past. Like, this is the thing. Like, if you're dating somebody that has alcohol, issues and stuff like that, it could affect the relationship that the two of y'all have and everything. And me personally, dating a woman that had an alcohol dependency, I know that shit feels like. So nowadays, if a woman tell me, look, I do a lot more alcohol than I do being sober, then I'm not gonna fuck with you, man, because a lot of alcoholics, when they drink alcohol, they are not themselves. What they are is an alternative version of themselves. They're the version of themselves that they don't normally want to be and everything. They're the version of themselves that, shit, how do I even describe this? But if you're a person that's an alcoholic, man, those type of people is going to make your life 10 times harder to be with them, because you really don't want to hang out with people that's, make their whole life and purpose in life all about alcohol. Me, look, I'm telling y'all, stay away from people that drink a lot of alcohol. That shit will fuck you up. It might not like mess with you physically, but the way that they carry themselves could impact how things turn out for you. It says, let me see if before I scroll, I'll make sure I didn't skip over nothing. It says, earlier this week, things got really bad. We were supposed to go get dinner with his brother who was visiting, but they got into a huge fight where his brother accused him of having anger issues and stormed off. And that's the thing right there. Sometimes people drink alcohol to mask some of the problems they actually have and everything, because they don't know how to cope with themselves, and that's their coping mechanism, drink alcohol. And I'm like, nah, it's ways to go about dealing with your issues and your anger issues, but a lot of people, they don't understand they have actual anger issues, or they might even hear the stuff, but they don't want to acknowledge it and actually face the music and do something about it. If you're dealing with a angry individual and they don't care that they're angry, those are people you might want to stay away from, because they don't mind acting like the Incredible Hulk in times when they shouldn't be acting like that. And when they had that destructive mannerism because they have anger issues, you might want to just leave them alone. They could really ruin who you are as a person. It said, I tried to salvage the night, but he was rude to all the waiters, short with me, and barely looked at me in the eye. He told me that on top of this mess with his brother, he's very busy at work. I started to get worried about his behavior and the way it used to be, and tried to talk with him on the car ride home about it. Instead of being receptive, he blew up on me, swearing at me and banging on the steering wheel. Man, dude sound hate. He got a bad temper, man. If any men or women, dealing with a person like this, I'm just saying, look, y'all might want to reconsider being with them, because what you're seeing now in the beginning is what you're going to be seeing, forever in the future. That's how I take people with bad manners and temperaments that I can't tolerate. So, what else we got? It says, he told me that I was being selfish for bringing this up when I know how today went with his brother. He told me that it's not fair that I'm not over what he did in the past, because he's gone to so much therapy and I haven't done shit. That's how a lot of folks be. They think that ain't nothing wrong with them. The problem is everybody else. No, the problem is your fucking ass, man. You the one in therapy, and yet you think everybody else has issues and you deserve a pass. No, you don't get no pass because you went to therapy. What you get a pass for is being a better person. And instead of you messing up with one person and trying to crawl back to them, how about take what you learned from them as a learned lesson and apply that shit to somebody that doesn't know your past? That's all I've always been. So you know what? I always tell women, well, it was fun while it lasted because I know, you remember all the fucked up shit I've done. But this dude go back to her ex and everything, and now, she up there dwelling on that because he ain't know any better. Don't run back to your ex. If you can avoid going back to her ex, unless they upgrade your life to that damn extent, I'm telling you, just let it go. It says, he went in on my anxiety and OCD and basically told me I was the problem. The relationship was over. He didn't love me anymore. He couldn't believe he ever considered marrying a woman like me. He told me I made him feel so bad he was going to kill himself. Of course, I panicked and he let me have a panic attack right in front of him, doing nothing to help. Yep, what they call that, I think that term right there is gaslighting. When you try to make somebody else seem like they're the problem when ultimately you're the fucking problem. This is what this dude is doing to this woman because he is, kind of messed up in the head. And, you got to learn how to walk away from situations you don't need to be in. Like, me, typically, when I'm dealing with folks, I like to try to look at the situation from different angles. I like to look at it from my perspective, the person I talk to perspective, and how would this shit sound to somebody listening in on the two of our conversation? Which one of us, the two of us, sound like the bigger dumbass in the predicament? If I could agree with myself, plus agree with, the assumption of the third person looking in, that I sound like a dumbass, and I just shut up talking. But you got some folks, they don't try to, do a little introspection. They just assume, like, look, you know what, fuck that, I'm right. I don't care what you say, go eat a dick or something. That's how they be acting and stuff. And then they cause even more issues. Then they get mad when people aren't, like, on their side, when they messing up. And it's not cool, man. Y'all gotta learn how to, decipher between the two and learn to be humble and actually look out for yourself and others. Just because you're mad don't mean you have to be mad and stay mad at the situation. You can kind of be like, you know what? Why are we even arguing about this shit? What is it that I really done in this situation? Why is this motherfucker really mad? Is he really mad at what I did, or is this like an internal thing that's happening inside of him that's causing him to be so mad at me? That's how people need to start looking at others versus just assuming that they're angry for just whatever it might be, what they say at face value. Damn, dog, watch out. At face value. And then let's go to the last part. It said, he's demanding to see me today so he can make it better. But y'all just got to fucking argue me. He said he don't want to be with your ass. Why would you go back to him? Then it says, but I don't know what to do. This relationship has damaged me, and it's clear to me I need therapy to work through what happened. I recognize in myself the way I allowed and perpetrated the more toxic elements of our relationship. And I'm not sure staying in this is going to help me change those behaviors, but he has a way with wearing me down until I forgive him. How do I stand my ground and stand up for myself? Alright, so I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story that I was telling somebody today. So when I was dating this girl, like in my early 20s and stuff, the girl put me through so much hell, and it was within 1 month. And me being as cutthroat as I am, I wasn't like that back then, but I tolerated a lot of bullshit, such as the chick slipping the picture of another guy behind, my photo and saying, look, you happy the photo is in front? She done that bullshit. Got me to, I guess, flood my own car on accident by leaving my sunroof open. The whole 9 yards of bullshit. Put the car in reverse while driving on the freeway. Thought it was funny. A whole bunch of bullshit. And then after I just said, I'm done with this shit, the girl told me, oh, can I come by and just talk to you? I said, no, you can get your shit. She said, okay, I can come by. I said, you know what, don't come get your shit, man. Send your friend, because women, or men in this predicament, they good for whistling their way back in because they know you, they understand you, so they will sit there and work their magic and get back in your good grace. Me, I'm not allowing nobody I break up with to come get their shit. Go send your friend, your family, your friends. I don't want your ass nowhere near me, because you know what triggers me, you know what gets me to feel emotional. And you know what, that actually applies to how this woman is right here. She said that he knows how to get in her head and get back with her, and that's why he keeps coming back. Treat her like shit, and then tell her, look, baby, I'm sorry, I need you back. And she folds like an egg, like a fool. You don't fold like no egg for a person treating you like shit. When they do that, cut their ass off. So, you know what? I've been done with this portion of my video, so the last thing I want to do is actually read y'all some of the stuff that other people said. Hopefully it's something more positive and maybe more insightful than what I had to say. So, The first person said, when a relationship is bringing more stress than joy into your life, you end it. I realize you have strong emotional ties with this guy, but this is not headed in the right direction, and he has abusive tendencies. You need to end it and go no contact. Yeah, and I also agree with this, man. Stop being with a person that neglects you, tells you that, you know what, I see why your baby mama cheated on you. I see why you're divorced. I see, just sitting there nitpicking that shit because you won't argue with them. Anybody that acts like that, man, you don't need to be with them. Break up with them motherfuckers, man. Have you a happy life. Let them go. The next person, now that's long as shit. I'll just read this. It says, you can't keep doing this, and you should not have to keep doing this. It sounds like torture. Cut him loose and work on enriching your life with old and new friends, hobbies, new work projects, and comforting rituals that is mani-pedis / bubble baths, favorite music, drinks with the girls, self-care. Or I guess for a female, that's self-care. My self-care is just, I guess learning what it is that I like. Things that I enjoy doing, such as guys, we might want to do sports, we might want to play video games, we might want to go to the gym, hang out with our homies, go to clubs, some shit. This is what guys do, but we ain't up here doing the nail talk like the girl was saying. But yeah, you want to get out of there. You don't want to stay sitting there suffering in a relationship when you can be happy. Like, if you don't want to be with somebody, then leave them. Stop waiting around talking about, you know what, it's because we've been through so much shit that I can't let them go. Fuck them. Let them go. It says, what I've learned from being in a relationship with someone who started out nice and became increasingly nasty is, even if you don't know it, it's his problem, not yours. The damage it does to your sight then has to be repaired. The longer you stay with someone like that, the harder and longer is the path to healing and wholeness. I wish I could tell this to every single person in a relationship with an abuser. Look, I don't date an aggressive female that don't treat me like crap, and eventually I had to pack my shit and get out of there, because I'm like, you know what, if I swing on her, I'm gonna go to jail. And I'm not about to go to jail over no damn woman. But you gotta be strong enough to walk away from a situation that you don't belong yourself in. It says, let me see, I'm probably read this one right here. It says, hey, you don't really need to stand up for yourself if you don't see him and you block him. You've already tried really hard and stuck it out through a lot of poor behavior. Send him a final text. Look, I don't give a fuck about no final text, no goodbye text, or this is why we breaking up text. If you ain't fuck with me, then just fuck it. Don't talk to me, man. Just let that stuff go. I don't care about your week old text message. It says, be very clear you no longer wish to see him and that you won't be talking to him again, and then block him on everything. And that's a lot of people's issue. They don't block the person they're breaking up with, or they'll block them and then unblock them and be like, you know what, maybe I made a mistake. The only reason you're going back to your ex because you haven't found a better person and you haven't learned somebody that was better than them, and overall, like, that's this person, they only used to slap me, they only used to hit me in my chin, or uppercut me, and beat me upside the head. So I guess at least they made food and made me feel like I was loved and told me I was a queen or a king or whatever, some shit. Look, I'm not about to sit there and let none of that shit slide. You're an ex for a reason, so fuck all that. It says, be prepared that he may escalate and he doesn't sound like a great guy. So make sure that you have somewhere safe to stay for a while, because he's likely to be showing up either furious or begging at your place. It's very difficult to break up with someone this volatile because he can't make you stay. You don't owe him anything, and you'll be able to get your peace back over time. Please make sure you have measures in place to stay safe during this time. And I think in one of my videos a long time ago, I also mentioned that before you decide to break up and leave somebody, you might want to have your shit together. Don't sit there and threaten to leave somebody when you got nowhere to go. You sitting there packing your bags and shit. Tomorrow, you know what? I'm about to break up with your ass. I don't need to be with you no more. And then you ain't got a car, and now you got this big ass plastic bag on the porch, hoping your homeboy can pick you up while you gave her key back like a stupid fucker. Don't be like that, man. Have a plan before you break up with somebody. It says, well, yeah, I'm probably reading one last one, man. I got these two right here, and I got somewhere to be. It says, part of the abusive pattern is, part of the pattern is over the top apology. He's done as much changing as he'll likely do, and apparently he can't handle the stress of being a better boyfriend. And this I don't heard this one. I don't heard this shit growing up. I remember used to be dudes that used to speak to my mother talking about some, look, baby, I'm gonna change man. I'm gonna be a different man. And then as I became an older man, I'll start hearing women say, look, I'm gonna be a different woman. I'm gonna change woman. I'm like, look, I've seen this shit as a kid, man. You ain't about to sell me on some bullshit, because I know how this shit works. You know, so anytime somebody's sitting there treating like dirt and they keep treating like dirt and prompting to change, just believe that there won't be any change, and you holding on, it's another day of your life that you wasted with them. So you need to break up them as soon as possible. They beating your ass, they abusing you. It says, for the last person right here, man, the last person. It says, not sure the best way to update this, but I can't thank you all enough. This is, I guess, the original person that posted the post. It says, not sure, but the best way to update this, but I can't thank you all enough. I ended things tonight with him on the phone, and I stuck it out, and I stuck to it. It hurts to say I did, but I needed this validation from you to push me to realize how bad I have gotten, and I'm so grateful. And ultimately, that has to be what it is, man. If the two of y'all don't need to be together, then y'all don't need to be together. Sitting there holding on and wasting many years away with the person that you quote unquote love. You know what 50 Cent say, love get you on the bus, man. It's a waste of fucking time, man. If you can't see yourself with this person, you don't envision a life with this person, or you don't have a temporary agreement with this person, then stop wasting your fucking time with that person. I'm not wasting no time. Look, I might not got gray hairs up here, but they grow in other places, and I don't need to have more of them grow and do the stress and waste my time with a woman that doesn't want me. So that has been my video, and my final question for y'all, you know, for that just recently tuned in and want to know what I'm talking about is this. It says the boyfriend says he's sorry, but he can't keep doing this. But the dude actually broke up with her and then better come back. How many times have y'all actually dated somebody that has threatened to leave you and then try to backpedal to them? So you know what, I didn't really mean it. I've seen it. I done told women, like, look, if you want to get the shit and leave, then get the fuck out. You ain't gotta be here. I've seen it, and that's how I act when a woman talking about she could do without me. I don't need your fucking ass either. So leave a like, comment, or subscribe. This your boy called Labz, and I'm out.